Guys, this thing shocked me this week. Mason Mount to your United coach. Just comment on this briefly. How do you feel about this? It looks like no. It's actually gathering serious momentum.
Screen.
You are
living in denial.
Yeah. The fact is, Ten Hag wants Mason Mount.
Yeah.
and he wants to cry.
And you see, if you look at the business that Man United will be doing this season, clearly a minimum of 5 to 6 players will come in. There will be 2 strikers, one established, one who's still going to learn the trade. There will be a centre back. There will be 2 midfielders. Those are the players. And even I think there will be a goalkeeper in addition to that. So there are players that the coach wants. In midfield, he wants a player to help Casemiro do the dirty work in midfield. And then he needs somebody who can also press from the front in that number 10 or number 8 role. And that cannot be done by Eriksen, clearly. That is why I'm beginning to lean towards the Mason Mount approach.
Hold on. For a lot of people who don't understand Mason's game, just bring us in on who he is. He and number 8 and number 10 and number 6. What does he add to United in their current state?
I think he's a combination of a number 10 and number 8, but he's better off as a number 8. Okay. Because what he does, you may not identify if you don't have a technical. You remember, because of him, when Chelsea was going to buy Kai Havertz, remember I told you that Chelsea don't need Kai Havertz because of Mason Mount. Mason Mount is not the flamboyant sort of technically gifted player. But what he does is basics. He presses the ball well. He passes the ball well. Yeah. He's technically very good. Long passes, short pass. He can strike the ball from distance. Don't forget, he's won the best player of Chelsea twice in a row when he was on form. Yeah. And if you look at those,
Lampard's Mason Mount.
Exactly. If you look at those he's playing with, for me, right now, what Ten Hag has done, I will back him. If he says, bring me Benjamin Ketia, I will support him.
Thank you, my
brother. I know what you are capable of doing. In the Benofio, you understand?
360 and step over.
With ease.
Thank you.
With ease. Cheeky ease. So look, you may not understand, but look, I think if United can get him at 24 years, don't forget, he's just turned 24.
Aren't they overpaying for him? Apparently, the fee is in the range of 60 million.
Chelsea are demanding somewhere around 70
million.
Yep. For someone who has got
1
just
year,
a year. If they don't take the 50 million,
it's called the English premium.
If they don't take the 50 million, the ball will run down his contract. It will come for free.
You pay a premium for English players.
That's what I'm saying. So maximum 50 million at this age, 24, 1 year left on his contract. 50 million. We have offered them Harry Maguire. They've got problem at the back. In Krododistic, Koulibaly and co. They need to give way. Maguire will step in there and solve a problem for them.
Listen, I want to know, United fans, tweet at me at Kojum Ketia on Twitter. Do you want Mason Mount in your team? You can send in messages also, 0549-986-996. So get to me on Twitter.
For me, my point is this. If Erik Ten Hag wants him, I want him.
Why would you want a Mason Mount when you have the chance to use that amount of money, add a little bit of extra cash, and get a Caicedo?
No, but he's not coming in for Caicedo.
No. You said two midfielders.
I'm saying two midfielders.
I'll take a Caicedo and I'll go in for a Tyler Adams.
Who is a Tyler Adams?
Yes, from Leeds United. He will get the job done without the flamboyancy.
Forget about Tyler Adams.
He will get the job done without the flamboyancy.
I think if he's coming in, he's a backup at best.
At the end of the day, what you need to do is to limit the minutes of Christian Eriksen. At the end of the day, what you need to do...
And Mason Mount guarantees that.
What you need to do is to give a guy like Bruno Fernandes enough protection at the back. When he keeps on losing the ball by passing out, by making long passes, attempting
you will not be
very long passes.
Casemiro and Moise Caicedo against every opposition in the league. The opposition where you have to dominate.
You have to mix it up.
And that's why you need Tyler
Adams.
You
are playing, that's why you need Mason Mount. Tyler Adams.
United fans, let me know what you think.
Look, for me, it's about Erik Ten Hag. Once he says...
He wants Mount.
Look at the work he's done. Look, he bought Malacia. Excellent.
last year been excellent. I think he's been decent.
Up until the Sevilla game, he was excellent for the season.
He's a young chap. He will get better.
Okay.
He's brought the best out of Luke Shaw. Because remember when Luke Shaw misbehaved in the first game, Malacia, his first game was against Arsenal. When they had gone unbeaten, he stood in that game against Liverpool. You remember? Yeah. Tackle, no more. Tackle.
Let me see if I can get more interesting. But that's I mean, look, it looks like there's about to also be a bidding war. We might have to start Donkomi earlier this time around because it looks like there's about to be a bidding war for both Caicedo and Declan Rice. It's from teams in Germany.
As for Rice, the Bayern Munich, if they cannot get Kimmich to stay, they should forget about Declan Rice. This English boy, they will not leave. It's not when an English team is showing them good money. As for Rice and Caicedo, one of them will go to Arsenal, one of them will come to United.
Newcastle, one of them will go to Newcastle. Well, they have more money than Man United and Arsenal. They have more money than Man United. That's the truth.
But would the player want to play
there? It's about the player wanting to play there.
They are playing in the Champions League next season.
So is United and Arsenal.
There's an English manager at the helm of Newcastle.
Oh, wow.
And on top of that, Newcastle isn't just some, in quotes, scrub. Newcastle is a team that has a lot of history.
They are not of the level at the level of United and Arsenal. What should they even become top 4 again?
The thing is, United, even with United, there's a huge question mark on their transfers.
Which question mark?
There's a huge question mark.
Takeover?
Would it be successful? Because if it's not successful, they wouldn't be able to attract these players for high wages.
At the end of the
day, wouldn't be able to.
At the end of the day, it's been the Glazers, and we've spent cash.
And there's still cash.
There's still cash.
After the Glazers,
is guaranteeing cash. After the Glazers, there will be cash. Multiples of what? Cash.
Thank you, my brother. Let me read more messages, and then we'll get into the FA Cup final, which will happen tomorrow at Gazebo View in Jolu. You join us from wherever you are. Should be Gazebo. Gazebo. Should be nice. David from Kaswa says, any injury updates ahead of the FA Cup finals? I'm sure we can get to that in a bit.
Yeah. Martial has been ruled out.
There's no Martial. Anthony is doubtful. That is on the United side. But the Man City, everybody's fit.
That's actually one of the things that scares me, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Commotion from Ablekuma says, it says, I want continuity to tell me more about Man United's takeover. Or he has said it.
The announcement will be made after the FA Cup.
Thank you.
It's Atani. No, but it's Atani. It's Atani.
Charlie, we'll see.